Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise and welcome back to Regrowth. Finally, oh man, I miss this mod. So as I've been saying in like every episode this week, I'm finally back to record, and this is so much fun. We have a lot of work to do in this mod pack still, and I'm just kind of waiting on some systems. So in the meantime, we're gonna try to work on some other things. Last time. What all did we do? We made the Whisper Weed. Finally, I believe. It was brought to my attention, by the way, and this is something I didn't actually know. Pylons. Oops, wrong stairs. Mana pylons can actually be used as stabilizers for Thaumcraft infusions. I've been using the skulls. Skulls are also just as good. The mana pylon are also valid. There's a few others. There's glimmering flowers, I think. There's like glimmering mushrooms or something will also work. I did a little bit of research. The only thing is the item that you use doesn't actually matter. They all provide the same amount of stability. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with skulls just because I like the way they look. It's more crafty in my opinion. It's kind of darker. But yeah, once we get this filled out a little bit better, I try to be better about kind of organizing them. I'll probably clean up all of those eventually. But once we get better about this and get more skulls underneath this, I think a 5x5 would be more than enough to do any extreme like infusions or anything like that. So yeah, we'll get to that when we do, but we're not going to do much with Thaumcraft today, other than I did have a lot of research ready to turn to in. So we might as well go ahead and do those. Let's hit that. So cool. So we got like, you know, Wand Focus, Primal, and all sorts of different things. Some of them are going to give us Warp, but that's okay. We also have the sanity checker, so we can do that, but I just want to get all those researches done, and we can kind of move on from there. So today, there's a few things I want to try to do. The big thing is, if you noticed when we started the episode, this is going to be my blood magic altar. I actually really like the way this looks. These are going to have blocks on them eventually, and there's also going to be a space down here, right here. There's going to be beacons that we're going to need to do later, which that reminds that we're going to have to kill 4 withers at some point. I might open up the ground so that the light shine through. I don't know yet, but the altar will go right here, and then any cobblestone you see is a rune. So that once we upgrade things, it will be nicer. So we're going to get into that a little bit today. So do some blood magic. I don't know what else we'll do today. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Do what we can. I'm going to try not to make this too long of an episode just because I am just now getting back into recording. I haven't had much time to prep. Once again, it's like 6 o'clock before this is supposed to go up. So yeah, time. There's not much of it anymore. Dang it. So yeah, basically we'll do what we can and kind of go from there. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. So let's grab all of this. And I want to grab this chest. We're gonna move it over here. So let's first of all place our blood altar down right there. And if we look at it, it says it's a tier 1. Now if we put runes here, which we have 14 of the blank slates, if we look at the runes, there is a bunch of different types of runes. We'll get into some of these later, but they all require the basic blood rune. I guess not all of them, but some of them are really expensive. This one requires, I believe the lowest is a Master Blood Orb. No, Magician's Blood Orb, which is a tier 3 altar. So a lot of this stuff we can't make yet, but each blood rune requires 2 blank slates. So we're going to need a little bit more to do a tier 2 rune, or altar rather. So let's place a chest down. We'll put this stuff in here. But the first thing we're going to want to do is upgrade our knife. This is going to cost me some health, but good demonstration. So right now there's no essence. If we stand by here and sacrifice a heart, we get not that much. We get like 200-ish LP, and that's not very good. But if we take a look at the quest book, it tells us that there is, so it wants us to do a couple of different quests. We want to make 8 blood runes. It's going to give us some speed runes, which is nice. That's not going to matter too much until we get a no, I can't remember. The runes don't matter too much. Oh yeah. So that's what it is. Add a tier 2 altar. Only this space, this space, this space, and this space can be runes other than blood runes that actually give special effects. So, for example, speed runes speed up the conversion of items. So like the living rock will go into runes a little bit faster with speed runes. But if we put speed runes here in the corners, it won't actually do anything. It'll still count as a blood rune, but it's not going to help us any. So there's not much reason to do that. So yeah, we're going to try to upgrade our altar probably just to tier 2 right now. I need to either automate living rock or do something with this in order to get a little bit more runes, because each rune will require 2 of the slates, the blank slates, and so that's gonna get pretty expensive pretty quickly, living rock wise, especially when I believe later layers require like 72 blood runes. So yeah, that's not gonna be fun. But there is another quest in here. So there's an air sigil, which is another flying item, sorta. It's not quite flight, but it's kind of cool still. But then this elven knife. This is what we're gonna want. For each heart of damage, it's gonna give us 1,000 LP, which is enough to make a slate. So that is the first thing I want to do. In order to do that, we're gonna need some elementium, because we can look it up. I've already looked it up, so I know what I need. But if we look at the elven knife, it's 2 pieces of elementium with the sacrificial knife on the runic altar. An elementium, in case you don't remember, is mana steel in the elven portal. So I have 4 blocks of iron. We're gonna turn into mana steel, and then we're gonna come down here, and I don't have any mana down here. That's okay. What we can do, I should have some more of the mana tablets down here. Those are empty. Okay, I don't have any more that are full. So what we're gonna have to do is, I don't know that I want to use this because this was cheated in. We died last time. There was a hungry node over there, and we were sucked up, and for some reason it duplicated the band of mana. Nothing else though. So I'm conflicted on whether to use that or not. I think for right now we're not going to. So what we need to do is get some mana down below. So let's grab, let's see, let's grab this, and let's get our wand of the forest, and we're just going to absorb all of this mana. This Botania is something I need to work on getting more mana for, just because I am so low on everything. So do that, we'll pick it up pretty much instantly. I don't know that that's going to be enough, but we can see. Nope, it's not enough. Alright, let's go grab some more mana. We might have to make some more, so let's give the Gorgamillis some stuff, and I have some coal in here. And then we can always do something like this and get some more mana. So yeah, mana is something I just need to produce a lot more of. And then that should be transferring. Yeah, it is. Okay. And alright, so let's see if this is enough. So we'll go ahead and put a little bit in here. Oh, come on. It's really difficult to... Oh my gosh. Okay, it's getting a little bit. I don't think this has any more in it, does it? Nope. Alright, so we'll go back upstairs. We'll get a little bit more. Give these guys... I hit the wrong button. And these guys a little bit more. I'll just keep that in there for right now. It'll get some mana, and hopefully we'll be able to make the Elementium, and then make the Elven Knife, and that'll let us progress a little bit more. That was like nothing. I guess potatoes aren't the best. Yeah, let's just throw it in here and absorb it from the source. Eventually I'm going to make, once I have the farm up and running and actually producing stuff a little bit better and automating all of that, we'll have a lot of coal. And we're going to set up farms of Endoflames to get a lot of mana. The Gorgomillis are really good as well, and if we can make more magical food, that'll be good. So let's see if that's enough. I don't need it to be open very long, just long enough to throw this stuff in. And that used a bunch of the mana, and it wasn't able to keep it open very long. So mana is by far like the biggest thing we need to deal with. I do, however, have some day blooms down here. And I think for just kind of the purposes of a Let's Play and kind of keeping all this stuff going at a halfway decent pace, we might throw in our rings. This Greater Band of Mana has a lot of mana in it. But let's go ahead and do something like this. Can you see that? Yes. And we'll do this and this, and we'll go ahead and throw some coal here. And like that, and make sure everything can see. Cool. So that produced a lot of mana eventually. Alright, so we'll use our current band of mana. And I believe if you throw these in here, they'll give off the mana. And we have some Thaumcraft stuff going on. Alright, so that should be good enough. This has basically no mana in it. Did I hear like a... It was weird. I thought I heard like a skeleton or something. Alright, so these are both decently full. Let's do that. Awesome. That's all I wanted. And now we can absorb some of the mana back. So eventually we'll try to get all of our get a bunch of the mana produced and try to store some up. That is just something I need to work on. Honestly, once I move Witchery off of this island, build the next island, that'll help out a lot. Just because Witchery takes up so much room, if I can have a nice big area for a bunch of Botania stuff. Honestly, if we moved, I might move the Thaumcraft stuff over to this side. Give it a little bit more room. Do some, maybe even go capture some nodes and put them in here so that I can charge up my wand, maybe even automate that a little bit. Have all these warded jars around and all that fun stuff. We can use this entire area for mana production and just send it over with sparks. So let's go ahead and put this back on and we can fly again. So that's basically all we had to do. So let's make some elementium. We just need 2 pieces. I made all of that just because I knew it was going to open the portal. Might as well make some extra. But then we do this and this. It'll start making the elven knife, and it should not take too much mana to do that. So we should be able to, yep. Let's right click, and there's the elven knife. So if we take a look at the quest book, there is, ooh, there's another one. So arcane infusion with some thaumium. So let's take a look at thaumaturges. I was not anticipating making another, doing another infusion, but there it is. Of course, I can't look at it yet, so this is probably arcane arteries. So I don't know that I've done much with that. I'm not entirely sure which one that is. Oh, right here. Alright, so we can go ahead and do that research. Why not? So I need some paper and my scribing tools. We should have some paper over here, right? We have 1 piece. Perfect. So there is the notes. Let's go ahead and do the research. I don't like doing research on camera all that often, but every now and again is fine. Perdito. Void is good. Darkness. I can do void. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Void, magic, and then I can do fire up through there. Fire, and then Potentia, and then if I want Timbri, that one, and then I just need to get this over to Earth, which would be Herba. Oh, I can just do that, and then air, and there we go. So we can do this research, and that's a little bit of work, but so it's 2 thaumium ingots with 10 magic, 16 life. Okay, so that's not too bad. Do we have any? Victus is what I want, and Magica. Precantatio. That is good. So we just need some life. Let's see what is going to be the best way to get some Victus. Victus is flowers, eggs, or chicken. I think eggs might be the best for that. So let's go get like 16 eggs. No, I want 32. I want half a stack. And that should be good enough. And we have the chicken over here. Oops. Didn't mean to fly there. Yeah, we have plenty of eggs. They all have 1 aspect, so that'll give us some limus as well as Bicia. So that'll help out with just kind of general stuff. But we'll... Why is it full of stuff? Oh, I don't have... That's right. I need to put Thaumcraft stuff on if I want to do this. What's in here? Okay, so let's get some vials. I probably don't have... Where are all my vials? Oh, they're all being used. Let's get... Let's fill that up. And There we go. Alright, so let's grab this. And I don't know that we have anything good for this stuff, but if we take the Spiritus, we can start filling that up. And do we have any more empty jars? Let's see. Is there any ones I could like recycle or just empty? I think Humanus. Anything that's odd, I'll just empty. Let's go get... I don't think I have a wand over here, do I? No. We need to go get a wand. No big deal. This is not what I was expecting to do today, but it's one of those things when you don't have too much time to prep, you just kind of gotta go with whatever you can do. And I'm just kind of going by the quest. So let's... Oh, there's a way to empty these. Is it right-clicking with an empty hand? Shift right-clicking with an empty hand. So any others, Superbia, anything that's a weird number, I really don't want. So that's good. Alright, so this will be a bunch of Limus and... Didn't I have Mortis? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Eventually I'll just kind of clean up those and all that fun stuff, but let's fill this up. That is more than enough than we need. Put it there. And we also need the Spiritus back, because we have more of that. But cool. So I'll let that go. In the meantime, we need to make another dagger. So Thaumaturge's razor. We need a sacrificial knife, which is our Thana. Okay, we can make that pretty easily. Just a little bit of gold. There's 2 gold nuggets. Alright, just seeing if I had any emeralds over there, or gold. Let's see if we have... Do I have any gold? That's the only question. I can make more. I have plenty of essence of gold. And then we also need a stick, which I have. Cool. So there's the emerald. I think the AE system is where the gold would be if I have any. I do. I have exactly 1. So let's just tell it to make the Arthana. And then we can go over here. There's not enough mana. Okay. So we'll make a little bit more. Then we need some Thaumium. I have exactly 2. Perfect. So let's go ahead and put these on here. And we have everything else. So once we get the sacrificial knife, we should be able to make this. So let's keep feeding. And hopefully relatively soon. How much does this take? It takes quite a bit. So, Alright, in the meantime, let's do some other quests. So, let's go get some coal. I have coal coke. I made a whole bunch of that, and it is down here. So let's get 2 blocks. And let's go ahead and start putting some coal coke here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should give me a decent amount of mana. So while we're waiting for that, one of the quests is to do the 8 blood runes. In which case we're going to need 16 of these. So we need 2 more living rock into the other thing, the slates. And then we're also going to need some stone. So while I'm doing this, let's come back over here and get some stone. You know what? Let's do it the... Nah, let's not do it the easy way. I was going to go dig, but I think it's going to be easier to smelt it right now. Eventually, I do want to go ahead and make a hammer. Just for... Actually, I already have a hammer that has silk touch. So what we can do is we can fly over to a cave or something and just kind of dig around underground and get a bunch of stone. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do stuff like this. Also, I want to light this area up just a little bit. Keep burning these bees though, just to get more princesses. Eventually we'll get into bees a little bit more, but for right now, that I'm doing enough with them for all I care. So let's just dig a little bit and do stuff like this, just in case mobs spawn. They'll all spawn down here. So that should be, oh wow, over a stack. So that's plenty of stone for right now. I just wanted to get a little bit just so I don't have to smelt it up. Because smelting takes time and all of that fun stuff. And if I can have it easily with the hammer, might as well do it that way. So let's fly back and do a couple of things. So one, put the hammer back. And the chisel. Alright, I was going to say, where did my guy go? I want to get a crafting table over by the blood magic stuff. Oh yeah, it's a axe. So I might need some flint. Oh, I forgot about that. So... do I have any flint? Where would I put the flint? Is it in here? Nope. I've got to have some flint somewhere. Really? Maybe there's some in the AE system. Because that's so weird. I should have flint somewhere. I need to get this AE system up and running a little bit better. There we go. So it's fully repaired axe. And is it a plank? It is. Cool, so I just need to not use the axe all that much. I need to have an axe that's dedicated just to making crafting tables, which seems silly, but it's one of those things I kind of need. Anyways, let's come over here, get our blank slate, and hurt ourselves a little bit. So the blood runes, thaumaturge, I don't even know how to spell this, thaumaturges. There we go. Just so it's up there. So the other thing I want to find is blood rune. So yeah, it's 6 stone plus a little bit. How much does a blank slate cost in this pack? I'm used to it being 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000, but it's not going fast enough, so I'm losing a lot of the blood, unfortunately. It's not very efficient. We can fix that later, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to deal with early on. So let's do this. Let's get our weak blood orb and get some blood runes. And now we need to make reinforced slates. So what we can do is go ahead and put this in here. Hurt ourselves a little bit more, and then we're gonna tear up this cobblestone and place in the runes. So that should make this blood altar a tier 2. So if we just do this, and I can fly up here again and grab all this stuff. Where is... Okay, I was going to say, where is the other one? Because whoops. That is how you make that. So that tells me that this is a tier 2. In fact, it says that. In Wayla, that's actually really nice. So we need to do what? We just need one. So we'll go ahead and take the blank slate out. We'll put one back in, and eventually we'll have to do some of this automatic. There's a lot of ways to do automated stuff like this, but in order to make the next tier, you just put the rune back in, and it's twice as much. It's 2,000 for that, and then it's 5,000 for the next tier on a tier 3. And then the next one's 1,500 LP. Yeah, we're going to want to do something different for blood. We're not going to want to use ours the entire time, but so there is that quest. We're going to get 2 speed runes, which I am going to go ahead and put in. Later, all of these runes can be the upgraded runes. And they would all work, but at a tier 2 they don't. I don't remember if it's a tier 3 or a tier 4 that it needs to be, and each of these will have something different on top of them. I kind of mentioned that this one is going to be glowstone, so we could probably go ahead and do that whenever we want, but the later ones, that is blood blocks and then crystal clusters. Those are going to be annoying, but we got this quest done. That unlocked the apprentice blood orb. That's going to give us a bunch of slates, which is really nice. So let's take a look at that. What do we need? Oh, it's just an emerald. Okay, we can do that pretty easily. I was expecting something a little bit more difficult, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 8. So let's go ahead and do this. And we will also, as we walk by, we're going to drop some more coal coke. We also want to eat. And can we make... Not yet. Alright. It's going to be a lot of mana that I need, so it's going to be a while before we can do that. But we can go ahead and put this in here and just start killing ourselves, but not entirely. Hopefully it absorbs all of it and we don't have to use any more. Eventually we'll have a bunch of like regeneration type stuff. We'll have either potions or the magical food. Especially once the farm is automated, we'll have a lot of magical food, and that will help with this. We can eat it and get the regen effect. Let's just do that just in case. It should be good otherwise. So let's see. There we go. And we have the apprentice blood orb. Let's bind it to ourselves, and that will store even more. So if we take a look at the divination sigil, our current life essence is 400. The max is a lot higher now, so we can go ahead and put that in there and upgrade it, which is something I forgot to do. I had like 100 LP in the altar when it was over there, and I kind of just broke it. I kind of forgot, but oh, don't tell me. Please. There we go. Okay. I was afraid that binding it would have ruined that quest, but it didn't. So we can get the reinforced slates, and that unlocks one. We need some glowstone. So let's go ahead and get some glowstone and see if we can't see what this quest wants. It probably wants the next slate, but we can at least get the glowstone. How much of this do we need for the block? So we need 2 parts, so 16, and we just keep the rest up here. 2, 3, 4, and that should complete that. And then it wants, yep, the immune slate. I knew it. It's fine. It was not anticipating being able to do this quest yet, so it's no surprise. I'm still trying to get that the other sacrificial knife, just so we can go ahead and do the quest to get the magic stuff. If we can, that'd be awesome. If not, that's whatever. But let's come back over here. we can go ahead and put the glowstone on these blocks. These blocks can be anything as long as the glowstone is right there. The positioning is the only thing that matters for the glowstone. The blocks underneath it can be anything. They might even be able to be air, but it honestly looks so much better. It's one thing that's really nice about blood magic. The altar, when finished, is impressive looking. It looks really cool. Where other mods, this looks really cool. But you know, some of the multi-block structures sometimes just kind of are boring, especially when it's kind of the focus of the mod. This is cool, don't get me wrong, but this is so much cooler. So let's see what the other quest wants. It wants alchemic chemistry set. I don't know how bad this is going to be to make, but this is the other one of the other parts of blood magic that's really cool. Basically, alchemic chemistry. Basically, kind of like Botania, the main focus is the runic altar and then the portal, and this is a little bit, and then there's the entire botanical brewing half, which you can use mana to make some really cool potions. Well, it's kind of the same for blood magic, except you're using blood to make some really cool things. Kind of like potions, but how bad is this to make? Oh, that's actually the standard recipe, I believe. So we just need to make a what's it called? A brewing stand, and then go from there. So we should be able to do 2, 3. I think just 3. I wonder if I have any more blaze rods downstairs. Hopefully I do. Just so I can, yes, I do have 1. So I don't have to use the essence. But once I finish getting all the crops 10, 10, 10, I will go ahead and make the next tier, or go ahead and finish making the automation and get that sorted. That'll be a fun episode. But there's that. We're gonna need some obsidian. Do we have any obsidian down here? We do. We just need 2, and then we need a blood orb. I don't know if it has to be a weak blood orb or not, but can I use this one? It shouldn't use it. The blood orbs are, I don't think they're ever used. There's only like 1 instance where you want a duplicate, but that should be that quest. Now we can get a power or a lengthening catalyst. If we look at catalysts, the greater ones are really good. These require incendium. That's not too bad. And then these are just glowstone binding. Okay. Those are redstone rather. Alright, and then this requires aquilus. Neither of those are really bad to make, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the greater. And it's going to give us some simple catalysts as well. So that is cool. I guess the last thing we can look at is how bad is the air sigil. And then we'll probably start wrapping up the episode. Oh, that is not bad at all. Just some feathers and a gas tier. So let's... Alright, first of all, let's come back over here. On our way, we'll drop off some mana. And can we... Oh, we can. Awesome. We'll do that in a minute. So, let's come over here. I don't know what does that noise. And I know it's the ring, but I don't know why it's doing it. So let's put a bunch of stone in here. This stuff can come in here and stay there. We don't need the divinatory sigil right now. I'll put the elven knife in there. So one thing we do need to do, it's in a different quest. I need to see how difficult it is. I want these basically instruction manuals. I should have that actually. Let me see if it actually is what I think it is, because I want to make sure that I have documentation in this. So right here it is. Okay, cool. Does this have... Okay, it does have pictures. Good, good, good. That's all I wanted to make sure. I just want documentation for if I messed something up with the altar, I can see what it is. So that's good to know. We have that. So the air sigil, we need to get some feathers. I think this guy down here should be giving us feathers. We need 6. And just gas tier. And that's it. Why am I looking in there? It's in here. We have plenty of gas tiers. Whoa, I'm stuck in a chest. So the air sigil is just this, and some feathers. Cool. And now I can bind that to myself. So now it's mine, and only mine. Of course, it's single player, so I mean, doesn't really matter. But basically, if we grab our divination sigil, we can see that we have 1510. If we use this once, we have 50 less. So every time we use this, it costs 50 LP. If we don't have LP in our network, then it will take health from us. But basically, it will let us do the jumpy things. So that's kind of cool. Where is my... Okay, I was going to say, where's my weak blood orb? That's good for crafting things. So that's good to keep in a crafting table just to make a bunch of blood runes or something. But we have the air sigil. Then it wants some other stuff. Thalmic slate and botanic slate. But we also have some more speed runes. So let's go ahead and put these in. And something I kind of want to make here soon is a ring of magnetism. I don't know if that I have one. It's a Botania item that's really, really useful. That's something I think we'll make soon. But let's finish off with just a pretty simple Thaumcraft thing, hopefully. Shouldn't have any problems doing this. So let's just go ahead and do it. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, make sure nothing happens, but as long as the items aren't destroyed, we should be just fine. And it's a minor infusion, should not matter in the slightest, so there goes last item. Easy enough. So we can get that, and that should be yet another quest. So let's make sure. Cool, we're going to get some augmented capacity. This is useful later. In fact, it's kind of required later. This allows the altar to store more blood essence than it should be able to. But we can use that in the next tier of altars. So let's take a look. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 20. 20 runes of any type. And I currently have 6. So yeah, I'm going to be making a bunch of runes, which is not that big of a deal. And I guess let's look into just a couple things. So there's only 2 more quests in this section that we can do right now. So there's Botania and Thaumcraft. So you can... Oh. So we make botanical slates and thalmic slates, then we can make the reinforced slates easier. That's cool. So let's take a look at reinforced slate and how to get that. So I do like that there's blocks of that stuff. It's actually kind of nice to store. So, oh wow, yeah, botanical slate is 1500 where it's normally 2000. But how bad are these to make? I'd have to research that. What's the botanical slate? Let's just look up slate. So, oh, just stone in. Oh, that's easy enough. In fact, let's go ahead and do that real quick. And we should be able to, yep, and detected, cool. So I guess last thing I want to do, and this is the actual last thing, we're going to do some more research. I'm going to get some more research prepped. Between episodes, I'm going to get a bunch of more runes and finish hopefully get a bunch more 10-10-10s, if not finished, so that we can start doing a little bit more tech stuff in the near future, specifically just automating all of our stuff. So let's 15. Let's just get as many researches as we can. Before we do that, let's clean out our inventory just a little bit. So that can go in here. Alright, good enough. So Thaumic slates, Thaumic runes. Alright, got that one done. So let's just start from the beginning and get all the research that we can. First one is done. There is some stuff here that we could do, but a lot of these just cost. So we'll do those later once I get more aspects. That one also costs. Alright, all of those are just paid. So let's see, anything in here. Nuggets, that's just all, again, just pay for it. Okay, that's just paid. Here's one, rooting, shielding, and magic mirror, sinister nodes, all of that research, cool. Golems, we went down that path and decided not to do it, so I think we got everything there. Eldrick, we want this stuff. Let's see, this, we got those already. Let's just research whatever we can. I'll go ahead and do the enchanted paper, and then we can get some more stuff. And let's see, is there much else? Think thistle, ukulele. Not really anything here that I want right now. Ring of nutrition could be nice though, but we don't have any more paper, do we? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to do those researches, and like I said, work on 10-10-10ing. Hopefully we can start automating that farm here soon. Get more altar stuff. We'll do some more blood magic probably next time. Otherwise, I need to move witchery. I need to make another island for witchery, and we need to just get more mana for Botania, and eventually do bees. So we have a lot to do. Not entirely sure what all we're going to do next time, but we'll look through and see kind of what we have. We still need to do a lot of this tech stuff as well, and just whatever we can do. So yeah, there's still plenty to do. We'll just find stuff next time and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!